Hey, Stav. So my dad is like a kind of like a rich asshole, and he cheated on my mom after 30 years of marriage, and has since moved in with his mistress, and then got her pregnant. So I still want to have a relationship with him because he's my dad, and like I need the money.
Sure.
But like I hate her,
Yeah.
and I kind of hate him for like ruining my family.
Sure.
So, you know, like, what's a girl to do to, like, make their lives as miserable as possible?
Mm-hmm.
I did light a candle. I thought about paying an Etsy witch to curse them, but then I got scared that it would, like, come back to me. So, just, like, you know, don't worry, I'm already spending as much of this money as possible. But just, you know, certain things I can do to make them as miserable as I am. Thanks. Love you. Bye.
I see. Okay. So you want to do like some pranks to you basically want their life to be annoying.
Right.
What's like
She's not, yeah.
Sneak drugs in her food so she has a miscarriage.
That
Whoa, cool. Eldest, come on, man.
Eldest, man, for the win. The
I don't know that we have to fucking have a miscarriage. Jesus Christ.
Maybe start with a jab.
Maybe, yeah. What about fucking diarrhea, dude?
That's right.
What about a laxative, for Christ's sake?
For sure. Thought we were heading to laxative territory.
Yeah.
Not a miscarriage. Change her life irrevocably forever.
Like she did yours.
Yeah. Sure.
Eye for an eye.
An eye for an eye. That's huge. Yeah, that was extreme. What would you do? I mean, flat tires are nice. You know.
Okay, I have an idea that is a little more serious.
Sure.
And, maybe a little more measured than what I just suggested. You know, you're already spending his money. It sounds like he's loaded and you're mooching off or whatever the fuck. I'm assuming you're like an adult where you should kind of have your own job and shit.
Let's not, we're actually kind of, exactly.
So that being said, you're an adult, you know, they didn't get divorced. Well, they got divorced a while ago or whatever, I guess. You could have been younger, but if you're already spending his money, I like the Etsy witch idea and let fate decide. Mm-hmm. That's a fun one. That'll be a fun one for you to
is it
do.
not? Sure.
You can use his money to buy it. And, you know, you never know when to expect the bad fortune that will befall them from it. And so it'll be like a happy little surprise if it happens.
They both fucking
and that's
die.
just fun.
It's like they both get cancer immediately and they both die. It's like,
Yeah, you're like, you should charge more.
Yeah. I'm just getting started as a witch, you know.
You're like a natural.
Yeah. That happens, you know, some people went to see LeBron play AAU. She might be catching the next Merlin.
Yeah.
But when they're just starting on Etsy.
Yeah, I gotta tell you, you don't have to do spells at flea markets anymore on Saturdays.
That's what happened
could be
with
affecting governments.
Yeah,
that's what happened with Charlie Kirk. Someone wished that curse on him.
Dude, you know governments have fucking mages and witches. They fucking like, dude. Right? What if Israel just knows witchcraft? What if that's why it's really possible that one nation gets to decide so much foreign policy? Maybe they know fucking, you know what I mean? It's possible.
I'm
it's
with you.
Very possible.
I want to live in this world.
I think
so
it is.
There's no way I'm denying you.
What
they
if
found magic first?
What if they have magic?
They knew.
Yeah.
Okay.
What if they have magic? What if Saudi Arabia? What if the Saudi Arabian what if they have magic too? Because it's like, think about their whole society. What if they just are creating oil?
Okay.
What if it's just a bunch of guys in the robes going like Harlem banana, you know, chanting, and they're just creating oil out of nothing? You know, that's possible.
Yeah. Right. Okay.
What if they're the people? What if their magic is what's stopping everyone from doing anything about global warming? You know what I mean? Because it's like we're staying on an oil base. So what if, and we're dealing with the great powers of magic. and they control everything. What if China's just starting to learn magic, and that's why they're on the come up, and America's fucking up?
Man,
It's possible. Magic could rule the world.
You know, I really like this. What if Trump knows and is into witchcraft? Now that's
that
awesome.
explains everything.
That's really incredible.
Because we've had guys like this run in the past, and they flame out after a couple funny
Sure.
debates. But what if Trump has magic?
right, and he's
That's
just
awesome. Dark
oh,
magic,
man.
dude.
Maybe it all.
I mean,
is,
we are ruled by pedophiles.
Yeah,
Isn't
anything's
that
possible
crazy
now.
that those
Anything is
pedophiles
on
were
the
doing
table.
magic? Is it really that crazy that the pedophiles knew magic?
Okay.
Anyway, back to our fucking caller. I don't fucking know.
I don't know, banana in the tailpipe, lady. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah. Also, look, we don't want to get on our moral high horses here, but like, you know, if you hate the guy, I know you want his money, but don't you want to just take a stand and tell him to fuck off and not take a dime from him?
Yeah.
I mean, I hate to be this guy, and I know how hard things are, but it's like, do you what you're paying faking loving your dad?
That's yeah.
It's kind of not worth it. I hate to say this, like, because I know money is awesome when you're poor, right? Like, if you had told me when I was fucking broke as shit and I had to deal with, you know, if my dad, like, I had a dad I didn't like and he had no money, but like, if you told me I had to like pretend to like my dad to get money, I don't know, man. I'd like to think I wouldn't have done it. So, unfortunately, the real advice here is like, don't sell your soul for your trust fund. In fact, treat them like a piece of shit. Ignore these people. If you hate them, don't curse them. Don't put anything bad out there. This is what, like, is this money worth you kind of becoming evil? You know what I mean? Like, you're to cope with it, you're trying to go as dark on them. And look, unless you're ready to dive deep into the occult and witchcraft, and, you know, I think it's not, honestly, I don't think the money's worth it. So how I would behave is I would just not fuck with my dad, and he can send the money or not, right? But if he cuts the money off, great, fuck him, because that's the only power he has. If you stop responding to this person you hate, then you take his power. He is a piece of shit. He thinks he can get away with anything because he's rich, and you're actually proving that. So by not taking his money, you are doing more. You are showing him that he's that he's actually a piece of shit, that he can't just ruin your family and get away with it because he pays your rent. Sorry to be the guy that tells you that, but watch the episode of The Sopranos where Carmela goes to a therapist who tells her she's taking blood money, and he refuses to take the money, Tony Soprano's money, because he's like, what you need to do, and he's like, well, what about him? And he's like, well, if he turns himself in, confesses to his crime, all his crimes, and begs for forgiveness for his life, maybe he could be saved. And that was the only real talk you ever got on The Sopranos. And it was one scene. Unfortunately, you need to hear this. You're letting this evil rich guy get away with thinking he did nothing wrong. You're proving his point that all that matters is money. You could show him that you're more powerful than him without even with no money whatsoever. So I hate to end this with actual, like, sort of sincere advice. But that's how you really show a rich piece of shit who fucked your mom over that he's worthless. You fucking, because even these guys, Elon Musk, perfect example. He pretends he doesn't care. You know he hates that his fucking daughter. Like, you know that he, like, that's part of what's made him a piece of shit, is that he thought he would have kids that just had to listen to him. And, like, shout out to fucking, I think her name's Vivian, Elon's trans daughter. She told him to go fuck himself. She's cool. She's showing that, like, she doesn't care about her fucking dad's money. She's gonna be whoever the fuck she wants. Jenna? Yeah, Vivian. Yeah. Anyway. So anyway, yeah, that's our advice. Sorry, dog. He's a piece of shit. Don't let him get it. Don't let him think his daughter still loves him just so you get some purses. Now, if there's something else, whatever, if it's more complicated than that, great. But if not, that's our advice, and that will do it for Greg's day out. What do you have something you wanted to say,
No.
Mr. Sula?
I was just gonna give her a little leeway on that. I agree with you, but especially if you're over like 25.
Yeah.
If you're up to 25,
you
can keep taking the money, do the Etsy witch thing.
Sure.
Over 25, come on.
Yeah, absolutely.
Get off the teat.